Welcome to episode 11 of This Song Fucking Sucks. First, it's time to give you the business. Today's episode is guest Will Risbourg of the band Will and the Won'ts. You can catch them at Sassafras Saloon in Hollywood on Thursday, May 26th. Their website is willandthewon'ts.com and at Will and the Won'ts on Twitter. You can also get their music at iTunes or Spotify. Mr. JP Von Hitchberg, my esteemed co-host, can be found at dinosaurdick.com and schwarzenator.com. You can find me, Jeff Kalmbach, at jeffkalmbach.com, jeffkalmbach.com. You can find me at Jeff Kalmbach on Twitter and at Jamback on Instagram. You can find my record, This Is Not Here, on iTunes and all that baloney. My good buddy Leonard Feingold and the Northern California Spasmatics will be at the Silver Dollar Fair in Chico on Thursday, May 26th. Red Hawk Casino on Friday, May 27th. Rolling Hills Casino in Corning on Saturday, May 28th. Harrah's in Lake Tahoe on Sunday, May 29th. And Swabbies on the River on Sunday, June 5th. Are you aching for more about the show? Damn right you are. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/TSFnS, on Twitter at TSFnSucks. You can find playlists for our songs and our picks on both YouTube and Spotify. So put that in your ass and smoke it. Now it's up to you. We can make a secret rendezvous. Just me and you. I'll show you lovin' like you never knew. Today we listened to Hot Blooded by Foreigner. This song fucking sucks. Hey everybody, welcome to the show. I am your host, Jeff Kalmbach, and with me, JP Von Hitchberg, as usual. How you doing, JP?
I'm well, thank you. Yeah.
Good. JP has brought along a buddy from L.A., a very talented musician. What's his name there?
His name is Will Risbourg. He's a singer and guitar player for Will and the Won'ts. Awesome band down here in L.A. Big fan.
Howdy.
What's going on, Will?
I'm good. I'm stoked to do this. My, I'd say 90% of my life is hating on music. So,
Me too.
When JP told me about it, I was fucking stoked.
This is just a natural progression.
Yeah.
And, today we're going to be looking at a little Foreigner action with Hot Blooded. I'm pretty interested in this. This will be fun. This will be good. This will be real good. You know what's interesting about Foreigner for me is that I cannot tell the difference between Bad Company and Foreigner.
Dude, I was totally going to say that. Like, I was like, this band is like literally, like, Bad Company came out in the mid-'70s, and then, like, Foreigner came out and transitioned perfectly in the 80s. It's like a seamless thing. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this is like Bad Company version 2 that got slightly worse.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
This is their biggest song, right? Probably.
I think so.
It's up there. I mean, they got like 5, and you could probably argue, but this one's...
I don't think I ever really paid attention to this song that much. I always heard it, and it always was just kind of there. I never listened to it until Will chose it. And then I said, okay, let me listen to this song. And then I was just dying, like, this is so fucking dumb.
Well, it's funny because, like, this song, to me, is similar. Like, I've always, like, lumped it in with that song Blinded by the Light. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Where, like,
The Springsteen song?
Yeah.
Manfred Mann and the Earth Band?
Yeah, Manfred Mann version specifically, you know?
Right.
And it's like the song that's like, you hear it all the time and it's got the catchy chorus melodically, you know, like it just sort of gets stuck in your head, but it's so easy to like not think about, you know?
Yes.
And then,
yes.
Yeah.
But that song's amazing.
Yeah, it's like, that song's like a good song. I don't like the Manfred Mann version that much, but like when you like actually break it down, it's like, okay, this is good, you know, but
It's
like
the boss.
Yeah.
He can do no wrong.
And it's kind of funny because it, like, under scrutiny, that song holds up, and Under Scrutiny, this song gets 1,000 times worse. Mm-hmm. You know, but like on the surface, they're kind of like a similar vibe. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Right. First of all, the intro.
Oh.
I can never tell just when they're doing the. Okay, this could go one of two ways. It's either going to be Foreigner or Judas Priest.
Another thing
which
coming.
one is it?
You got another thing coming.
Yeah.
It's the same. I have that written down in my notes. It's the same fucking intro. It's a half step off.
Come on, Priest. Come on, Priest. Come on. Shit!
You're waiting for that.
I know, totally.
But then you get bam, bam,
and then like that lick is I don't know. There's something very, very just the way it resolves to me. The lick, da da da. It's just a little too like in the pocket.
Well, that's the thing is, like, I feel like these guys really like the Rolling Stones, and the guy wanted to do, like, his Keith Richards lick, you know?
Yeah.
But he just, like,
fucking,
he took everything good about that style and just, you know, white personed it out, like, super.
Totally. Gonna resolve it every fucking bar. Every bar. It's just, like, it's a little annoying to me. And then the tempo is just too fast or too slow.
Yeah, the drummer, I have this written down. The drummer is all over the place. He's dragging half the time, then he speeds up. He's on top of the beat in the chorus where he's actually hitting like ahead of the 1, but not on the end of 4. He's hitting just a little bit ahead.
In between.
So he's ended up pushing everybody. It's annoying. By the end of the song and the outro, it's really noticeable because he's doing fills and then he's always hitting the 1 a little early and everyone's still behind him. It's really fucking annoying.
But pre-Beat Detective.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's a jerk.
Dude, this band wanted that so bad, though. They wanted it.
Yeah,
they were
he was
like,
going for it.
Bands like this are like the reason shit like that got invented, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, it feels so early on. It feels so plotting.
Yeah,
it's just like
totally.
dun, 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 dun. It's like little people marching. You know?
Yeah.
And the guitar tone is
it's weirdly bright, right? And like
I thought it was kind of like had that midsy like wah, 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 wah,
yeah.
boo, boo. You know, it's definitely martially.
Yeah,
you know,
totally.
but it's got. I feel like the gain is in this spot where it's like not quite enough.
Yeah,
and it's not
totally.
breaking up in the right place.
It's funny, like because when I've known this song, I just assumed it was an '80s song for a long time, and I looked it up, and it's like 79 or 78 or something like that.
That makes
sense. And it's
sense.
like I wonder, like if literally they just didn't invent the high enough gain amps for this song yet, you know?
Yeah, I guess that's possible.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
It is. I think they could have done it. You know, I mean, they had pedals and stuff.
That's true.
They could have put something on
and
there.
And they had the DiMarzios out by then, the fucking mega pickups. I feel like the guitar solo is super thin sounding. And it's like, it's really bad. Like, did you guys notice that there's at one point, like, in the middle of the solo, there seems like a mistake that's really...
Oh, yeah.
Like, he kind of stops playing and it's like, beep, wait, and then it just kind of, he starts shredding after that. It's like...
Yes.
It was ridiculous. It's like, I feel like the solo starts strong. The first couple of bars is actually like pretty good.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I like how he's coming in the entrance. It's one of the most important parts, and he's got a couple licks after it that I'm like, yeah, I'm on board with this. This is at least it's a decent solo. And then it's like he hits the spot where he goes in the tapping thing, and it's like, no, not that.
Yeah.
And then starts doing the little kind of double stoppy thing.
Uh-huh.
That to me is like, it's a little bit of a cop-out move. I'm running out of ideas kind of lick.
Yes.
But he kind of makes it work for him. I'll forgive that. And then he does that thing that you're talking about where he's like, whoop, beep.
Yeah.
You know, and like, what the fuck was that? Fuck you, dude. It's like he had half the length of that of ideas. Yeah. They should have chopped that section out. If they cut out the second half, it would have been a pretty good solo.
Yeah, right.
But it's like, he just doesn't have enough material to go the whole time.
So one thing I want to bring up about Foreigner is that I'm from Santa Fe, New Mexico, and I lived in this place for 2 years north of town called Cuyamongue, and there's a casino called Buffalo Thunder Resort. Foreigner literally played there like 10 times in 1 year. They were there all the fucking time. And I saw their billboard like every day on the drive to school, you know? It was just like big Foreigner billboard all the time.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
When was this?
Like 2008 through 2010. something like that.
Okay, yeah,
So they're
that
just
sounds
there.
about right.
They're there constantly, dude. It was crazy.
Yeah, they're totally that level of band where they're doing casinos.
When I was driving out to Palm Springs last time, I saw a Foreigner sign for the casino out there. What is it, Mahongo Bay, whatever it is, out by Palm Springs. Yeah,
I'm sure they play Thunder Valley up here in Grand Sierra and Reno. You know, they get all those bands. It's a certain level where it's like a lot of this nostalgia bands and stuff. And I don't know, some of those places have good theaters and good stages. It's just
yeah, they can't have a great band because then people won't want to go back out and gamble.
But then again, I play all those casinos too.
They're good money, dude.
I don't play the good stages. I play the rinky-dink stages. In fact, come see me at... Oh, well, this won't be out. I don't know. I'm sure I'm coming to a casino soon.
I play at the bar where JP works.
that's right. At John G's bar, and he kills it. He kills it every time.
Wouldn't somebody be dead if they had 103-degree fever?
I think that is the tipping point. Yes, actually, I'll look it up right now.
I had one as a kid. As a baby, I had one, and I did almost die.
So there's that.
Yeah, and I had 102 about 3 years ago, and it was horrible. And I definitely wouldn't be pushing my boner on a girl in that condition, you know? We need to talk about the lyrics in this song.
When it comes down to it, it's all about the lyrics.
Yeah.
Because, like,
Oh,
there
yeah.
are parts of the music that I'm totally on board with.
It's not the worst crime musically.
No,
It's
it's
like
not.
lame,
It's not.
you know, but it's not like offensive.
Like, I like the verse riff. The reverse riff's pretty cool, and I like the pre-chorus riff a lot. Those
Yes.
parts I'm down with.
You know, if it's up to you, we can make a secret rendezvous.
Why does it have to be secret, you know?
Now it's up to you. Yeah, not if it's up to you.
Oh, yeah. Now it's up to you. Yeah.
Balls in your court, bitch. Let's go back. You know, Come On Baby, Do You Do More Than Dance just cracks me up to no end. Because it's so open-ended.
Like, yeah, I'm an accountant, and I play, like, bocce ball on the weekend, and, you know.
I actually like Counted Cross Stitch.
Oh, and I think the best line of the song is in the bridge. Yeah. Oh, yeah, are you old enough? Will you be ready when I call your bluff?
Yes!
Holy fuck.
Statchin'!
Oh my god. Like, this song wasn't creepy enough as it was, you know? And, like, he just, like,
Yeah.
okay, we're gonna add that element, you know? Just gotta throw it in.
When he says, are you old enough? That's one of those lines where my eyes just go like, what? Oh, no.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I guess at least he's asking.
True.
Right, but he follows it up with, I have a rhino dick, and I'm going to jam it in you anyway.
The song has, like, a weirdly rapey tone to it. You know what I'm saying?
It does.
It's like-
And I'd like to point out, I didn't say it this time. That
Yeah.
wasn't me.
Yes, you did
Will
not.
said rapey. I didn't say rapey. Usually that's what I say.
I don't think there's any, like, other adjective to really describe the
Oh,
lyrics.
man.
'Cause it's like, I mean, the song really is like, I want to fuck. Will you? You know? Will you receive that? Are you gonna do that?
Yes.
And it's like,
Point out something you said there, too, that's very interesting. You didn't say, I want to fuck you. You said, I want to fuck.
yeah, period.
Are you down?
Yeah. Are you gonna be my receptacle?
Because if not, I'll find someone else.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Because he's just hot-blooded. He's just like something, and at the end he says he's high, you know? I'm assuming he's all fucking,
Yes.
he's like just jacked up on coke, just ready to go.
Well, he said he's only a little bit hot.
A little bit, okay. Just enough. Well, if you do too much, you get like, you know, you can't.
Yeah, whiskey kind of thing.
Exactly. I wouldn't know about that, but I've heard. People have told me.
So he's right at that sweet spot, you know?
I'm just high enough.
Oh.
Like, can we talk about just the first line of the first verse where it's just, you don't have to read my mind to know what I have in my mind. He's just he's just
It's all
like,
wrong.
it's the worst. I mean, like, this guy fucking writes lyrics like he's 12 years old. You know? And it's like the same thing. It's
Again.
like you rhyme mind with mind.
Thank you.
And it's like, I'm a songwriter, you know? And I overuse the word mind. You know? It's like the
Right.
most easy word to use in a song. And I do it too much. And he used it twice and rhymed it with himself. Within like 2 seconds, you know, it's fucking great.
And here's the thing, it's like part of the reason you use mind is because it is an easy rhyme with other words, like fine and line and
Time.
stuff. So you don't have to use it again.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's so lazy.
I also, just the whole I'm hot-blooded thing, he really just means I got a boner.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish
Yes.
he would just go, I got a boner, check it and see.
Yeah.
Because, like, we all know what he's going for. It's like, it's not really thinly veiled. It's not clever in any way.
No.
You know?
Nope.
Well, it's funny because, like, you know, this is something that I talk about a lot when I'm talking shit on music. Because, like, you know, a lot of people are like, you know, back in the day, music was better, you know? And it's like they're often referencing the 50s and 60s. And it's like,
Right.
you know, they had music about this kind of stuff back then, too, you know? And it wasn't particularly, you know, like, more mysteriously put, you know? It was, like, fairly well out there.
No.
You know, but, like, there was a certain level of, like, irreverence to it in the 50s and 60s, you know, where it was, like, they kind of made a joke out of it, or it was less serious. But I feel like at the end of the 70s, they just started doing this kind of stuff and just like basically coming out and say it. Like the metaphors became more and more clumsy and just basically just saying like I've got a boner. And it's like if you are willing to go that far and to just say I'm hot-blooded, you know, like why not just go all the way?
Yeah, definitely.
And it's funny.
Definitely.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the subject matter has been the same since you know, Elvis has songs about the exact same thing, but it's like
Sure.
this guy just dumbed it down to the point where it should just be, I got a boner.
I would totally sign on for that.
Yeah.
You know?
That would be better.
Yeah, definitely. And I think Hot Blooded has this weird 80s, like, Blanche from the Golden Girls kind of thing. Yeah, I don't think anyone would, hey, JP, I'm hot blooded tonight. You know?
Yeah. Go out there and get him, girl.
No one would say that in conversation.
Never.
It's silly. It's just silly.
Yeah.
But I would totally be down for I Got a Boner, the song, you know?
I was just looking through the lyrics here in the outro with all the terrible drumming.
Yeah.
He keeps repeating hot-blooded, and then he says, you know, you're looking so tight. Hot-blooded. Now you're driving me wild. And here's the kicker.
Oh, yes.
Hot-blooded. I'm so hot for you, child. Oh, man.
Statue.
Oh,
Man, oh, man.
it was like kind of ambiguous with the "Are you old enough?" thing, and then he
Yes.
just fucking put a pin in it right at the end.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Is like you think he's going to be like, oh, you're not old enough? Okay, I got to move on. No.
Yeah.
You're not old enough?
No.
Even better.
Yeah. You're driving me wild.
And this is the thing also that bugs me in even good music, when people do use that a lot. They're like, because there's like that Beatles song, like little child,
Yeah.
little child, won't you dance with me? And it's like, what the fuck? Like, who gave the okay on that? You know?
Yeah.
Weird.
There's a couple of statchy things because, like, you know, I saw her standing there. First line.
Yeah.
First line.
She was just,
She was
17,
just 17.
if you know what I mean.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Woo-hoo!
Yeah,
Get 'em,
it's
girl.
bizarre.
No, Paul, you're gonna statch the shit out of her? Is that what you mean?
Dude, Paul got caught for doing that shit.
Did he really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they actually got banned from Minnesota forever. And if I'm not mistaken,
Wow.
the band didn't get, like, Paul specifically was banned from Minnesota until like the 90s. And because
Oh, I
basically
think I
this
knew
chick
that.
didn't have an ID on her and she turned out to be 17. And it was like around like right before they quit touring, like 65,
Okay.
you know?
So it wasn't like with Wings.
It was right when John said the Beatles are bigger than Jesus thing. So it like added to that controversy that they're just like these, you know, no morals.
The Beatles were so cool.
Yeah.
The other thing about it is, like, when I think of like girls I want to fuck, I don't go, you know what I need? I need a girl with as little experience as possible.
Yeah, no, that's never the thought I have either.
Yeah, the nervous factor. They're nervous.
Yeah. You're 17.
They
I
lay
bet
there
you
like a
fuck
dead
like a
fish?
dead fish. Yeah. Shit. God damn it,
God, I
JP.
stole it. I stole
You
it.
beat
I'm
me.
sorry. I didn't know you were going to say that. It just happened.
I know. And that's why we work together. But it's still a good song. That still managed to be a cool song, even with the statch factor.
Yeah, because again, there's like a vibe of irreverence to it, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like that's the thing about like these like late 70s and 80s songs. It's like they're serious, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like the music is so tough, and out front. You know, they're like, it's very like assertive music, and it's like I'm assertively saying,
I got a boner.
what, you know, like these horrible lyrics that suck, and it's like I'm serious about these lyrics that sound like a 12-year-old wrote them. You know, it's not like they're just having fun; like they mean it. You know, and it's fucking crazy.
Now that you say it too, it kind of makes me think about one of the things we've talked about before in the podcast, where there's a certain kind of writing lyrics geared towards the high school kids. So this would be, I mean, if this kind of song could have come out in 2000, and it would have been all, you know, a little heavier, but same kind of content, where it's these high school style lyrics geared for the Monster Energy drink kids, and the Affliction kids. It's the same. It's like a precursor to that
with a 7-string.
Nothing changes.
Well, this is like right when like the whole corporate music thing started. You know?
Yes,
like,
totally.
Right in that time, it's like, and like I said, there's horrible music in all eras. You know, but it's like there became this market like right around that time where they just like realized that they could make so much money by just doing this, like doing exactly that. They formalized it at this point, you know, and it's like that's kind of why I chose this song. I was like, it would be so easy to just like pick on some pop song like you guys did the Black Eyed Peas one.
Oh, I see how it is. I see how it is.
And it's like, no, it's great. I love doing that, but I was like, I want to find one that's like the fucking Nucleogenesis.
Yeah.
You know,
right?
Or like around that area of the reason that all that horrible stuff exists in the way it does. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Getting back to the seriousness of it and everything, this was a time where it was like, I am a rock star, and I am to be treated as such, and I am going to treat you as such. I am a god amongst men.
Yeah.
You should be lucky to think that I have a boner pointed in your direction.
I could just see him on stage, like, pointing at it. Like, he literally just kind of goes, like, he rotates it through the front row, and just, like, whoever raises their hand first is just like, okay, I stop on that one. I'm singing the song at you.
Like a compass?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Like a water stick.
Like a divining rod?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think the straight 80s stuff is more gay than the straight stuff from any other period.
Yeah.
You know?
I think there's a little bit of you doth protest too much, whereas like a real homophobia in the air of like, no, I'm not gay, dude. I'm not gay.
Yeah, and like they like go gay to prove they're not gay.
Right.
Yes.
You know,
they dress up
weird.
like women.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
No.
It's bizarre, and it's like it definitely like the crowd who listens to that kind of music too is like these macho men, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's like, interesting. You know?
Yes,
I think that's why I like Queen so much, because he's like, I do not give a fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, like, if there's anything, like, you know, Queen's not my favorite band, but if there's one thing you could say about them, they're authentic, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And it's like, especially in an era that was so inauthentic in a lot of ways, it's like, Queen, you know, like, you listen to that music, it's like, yeah, dude, this is what they're about, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And that's part of why he's such a good singer, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, he means it. It's awesome.
Freddie Mercury, that man had some pipes.
Little bit.
Dude, I love going to the isolated tracks on YouTube, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, just listening to the vocal tracks for Queen, and it's just like, holy fuck, dude. Like, how does that sound come out of that guy's face?
I know.
Yes.
I know.
It's
Especially
unreal.
with those teeth.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta say, the singing in the tune, I like. I like when he gets
He's got
up
a
there.
decent voice, you know?
Yeah, he's got a great voice.
Yeah.
Every night.
Here's the line at the end where they're just jamming out and stuff. You're making me sing for your sweet, sweet thing. That freaks me out.
Oh, wait. Is it a little boy?
Maybe it is a gay song.
It's a child boy.
This could be the theme song for that movie that won the Oscar. The one about the priest.
Spotlight?
Yeah.
What's it called?
This is Spotlight.
The Spotlight. It's about the Catholic Church molestation ring.
That would be amazing. Okay, I need someone out there to recut the trailer for that movie to this song. That would be unbelievable.
That makes the whole like secret rendezvous thing like make a whole lot more sense.
Now it all makes
Shit.
sense.
I love
Way
this
to
show.
go.
This is the
And just-
best. Okay, here's our call to action. We've got a couple of calls to action from the show. I want to go back and revisit some of these. First of all, I need somebody to go into Wikipedia, right, and edit the Hinder bio to change the guy's name to Henry Winkler, and then, maybe change the Henry Winkler bio in Wiki to say that he's in Hinder. Number 2, I need Urban Dictionary. Someone's got to get Statch in there. And I want my name. I want credit. Statch. Right?
Gonna go out.
I bet that's already a thing. Let me check.
You know what? Don't take the shit out of my tires.
All right. I need to know because I need to start using it. It would be STATCH, right?
That's what I'm going for.
That's what I would go with.
Okay, so it's in there as a noun, but I think you're using it as a verb, right?
See, there you go.
Yeah. So I think,
How could it be a noun? A statch, someone who is underage?
Yeah, it's an underage girl.
A statch, okay.
Yeah.
No. We need this as a verb.
Yeah.
That's where it really matters.
We're going to go out and statch tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, this song is straight up about statching. And then we need somebody to recut the trailer for, what's the movie?
Spotlight.
For Spotlight with Hot Blooded.
We're going to get in some serious PC trouble with some folks for this episode.
I think we've chased all those away already.
Yeah.
Good.
I think so, too.
I wasn't sure. I was like, I wonder how far we can go in the direction of horribleness.
Just keep going.
Okay, good.
I want to see if we can get to, goat sacrifices on the show. Just keep pushing.
Statutory goat sacrifices.
Yeah, but that's an interesting point. Like I was saying to JP yesterday, this song sounds like one of those dudes, which is basically all dudes, who will just keep pushing and pushing, just kind of like,
yes,
dude.
Hey, how about a little of this? I'm just going to put my finger in here and see. No? You're not going to say no? Okay. Then I'll put my whole hand in. And then, next thing you know, you're like...
You get your head up their vagina.
This is one of my favorite things. Oh, before we do, you'll have to get away from you-know-who.
You know who.
Yeah, I don't know who.
Your parent or guardian.
Oh my God,
shit.
You're right.
I missed that line totally.
I didn't make that connection. I just thought it was just a shitty rhyme. Oh no.
Yeah, it's frightening.
It gets worse. The more we put these pieces together, it's...
Wow.
Oh my God.
Either all the songs that we do are really rapey and a little statutory, or we're really rapey and statutory and we're just putting it on every song.
That's just our influence on everything we listen to.
Oh my God. But no, it has to be, right?
I think it is.
I think this is undeniable.
I don't think we're reading too far into this. This is telling us what's going on.
I don't think there's anything you can read into it.
No,
exactly.
It's right out there. But I think it's disguised under the catchy chorus, and it's disguised under the fact, immediately you listen to the song, it's like, okay, these lyrics are so horrible, you just stop paying attention to them right away. Yeah. If you're just casually listening, this song is so bad that you don't really listen to it. But then, it's one of the best things to do ever is to just actually flatly read the lyrics of a pop song.
Yes.
And you discover really dark things.
Yeah, apparently so.
Do you do more than dance?
Let's see if there's any more buried treasure real quick here.
Well, there was something else that I saw that I don't know. I'm still hung up on do you do more than dance? Do you ever go to the bathroom?
He wants to watch.
Get my Chuck Berry on.
Woo!
So, okay, another thing, too, is so we've gotten into the statutory rape part of this song. But I feel like there's also just a regular rape part.
Yeah.
In the second verse, where he's like, you gotta give me a sign. Come on, girl, some kind of sign. Tell me, are you hot? You look that way. It's she's literally, he's saying all this stuff to her through song really loudly, and she's just sort of giving him a blank stare back.
Yeah.
She's not saying yes.
She would let him know. When they're going for it. You know?
Yeah, the fact that he has to ask for 3.5 minutes straight. Over and over again.
I'm horny. I'm horny. I'm horny. I'm horny. I'm horny.
What do you say? I'll leave you my key in the morning. I'll leave you my key. you could stay over and I'll go to work, and then you could, lock the door behind you when you leave.
I'm thinking the "Shall I Leave You My Key" is from the days of when they had keys to hotels. That was the thing when you're on tour, right? You
right.
give the hotel key to the girl.
Right. So he is singing this song from literally his own perspective, right? Like he's not telling the story from another dude at the show. He's
no. He's
himself,
on stage,
right?
like, okay, which one of you bitches am I gonna bang right now?
So he's just gonna toss the key from the stage and just be like, "Yo, room 307."
And I totally imagine like the entire audience of this show being middle-aged moms, with like feathered hair and just shoulder pads for days. Giant glasses.
Yes.
Basically like Tootsie.
Yeah.
An entire audience of Tootsie.
Yes.
And him being like, yeah.
Waving his magic boner rod.
Dude, and you could just like get high on the hairspray smells in the room,
Totally, yeah.
Oh, man.
And so just good. Jeans up to their nipples.
Yes, and those white socks, those fluffy white socks.
Oh, yeah. Leg warmers.
Oh, my God. That's like a subtle part that's essential. The weird socks.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta have those fluffy white socks.
Gotta accessorize, bro. And totally, when you get them into their underwear, they got crazy grandma underwear.
And giant bushes.
JC Penney's.
One of the worst moments of my life was when...
Do tell.
I had to go to Lane Bryant with my grandma for 3 hours. 3 hours at Lane Bryant, which is like oversized underwear for my...
Wow.
She was 75 or 77 at the time, I think. Ooh.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
So that's the image that just got in my head from this song. This song just got way worse for me.
All right, let's add on to that. We need somebody to find a Lane Bryant advertisement and laid this down as the music bit.
Who's got the iMovie skills?
I got some of those. I could probably figure this out.
This is going to get on the This Song Fucking Sucks YouTube channel, right?
Oh, definitely.
If they send them to us. Yeah.
Absolutely. This is important shit here. We're doing the Lord's work. How do you feel about what we've had to say about Hot Blooded? Are we ready to move on?
I think we've covered it, man.
I feel pretty good. JP?
I can't think of anything else to say. I mean, I've been sort of silent here. I'm trying to think of anything else that I don't like about it, but I think we've covered everything.
Yeah, that was solid. There's a lot of good, scary things about this song. So at this juncture, I'd like to turn the page to our next segment entitled, This Song Fucking Jams, a Pleasant Alternative, which is, of course, the part in the show where we get to talk about something that we do like. Tell us, JP, what do you like?
I am going to throw a curveball out here today because I usually will recommend something that's like on the heavier side or whatever. But I'm going to throw something that came out in 2016 here by a band called The Black Queen.
I like that name.
And the song is called The End Where We Start. And the Black Queen is the singer from Dillinger Escape Plan.
Oh, cool.
Greg Puciato. This music is sort of like modern new wave, I guess it would be called.
I like that.
So he's singing really kind of a lot in his falsetto, really, really cool melodies. The music's pretty simple, but really cool textures and mostly electronic stuff, which I don't normally listen to this kind of music ever. Mm-hmm. But something about Greg, his voice is something that I love when he actually sings and screams, but when he's always singing in this stuff. And this particular song is like, it sounds like what love feels like to me.
Wow. That is impressive.
It's a strong statement, JP.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when I heard this song, it like grabbed my heart, which was weird, and I was like, "Oh my God." I just absolutely felt it, which is the thing that I always want to happen to me when I listen to music.
Me too.
Yeah.
So this particular it grabbed me, and I don't ever listen to like new wave stuff. I never liked The Cure, I never liked that kind of stuff, Morrissey and stuff back in the day. Right. But something about this nailed me, and especially this particular song. I think this is probably the best song on the record, but even the record is a good listen in its entirety. But yeah, so The Black Queen, The End Where We Stat. Dude, The End Where We Stat.
The show is not complete without JP doing his Massachusetts accent.
Yeah. I gotta check that out. That sounds fucking great.
And the video is really, really cool for it too. So yeah, it's I highly recommend it for those who are looking for something that isn't involved with metal.
So, as JP probably knows, I lean towards the fucking old school music and whatever. I generally am I'm like a big lyrics guy, you know. I like interesting and thoughtful lyrics. And I also hate most music, despite the fact that I'm a musician. You know, it's funny, my friend, who's my recording engineer, and we spend a lot of time just hating everything, you know? And, our thing is, I'll hate anyone. So I get pegged as very narrow-minded by a lot of my friends. You know, they're like, oh, you only listen to fucking, rootsy music or, Bob Dylan and the Beatles or, folk music or things like that, whatever. What I throw into the mix to prove them wrong is I throw in my love for David Byrne. And the song that my drummer introduced me to the other day, his name is Andrew Bellotti, is the song called Broken Things by David Byrne. And it's actually on one of his solo albums. Let me see when it's from real quick. But it's musically really, really interesting. It's very soundscapey and rhythmically provocative and funky and cool, and then lyrically, it's just kind of like he's talking about fixing broken things in his house, but it's kind of he uses it as a metaphor for cleaning up his insides emotionally as well, and really? David Byrne is one of the best lyricists ever. He's so fucking good. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of the Talking Heads stuff, they're a great band, and Stop Making Sense is my favorite concert video ever.
Unbelievable.
And but I feel like a lot of their recordings sold them short as far as the quality of the recordings and the production and the performances that they got. But when David Byrne started going solo, he kicked the production into overdrive, and it's so sick, and it just accentuates how fucking smart the guy is. So yeah, David Byrne, Broken Things is really good, and that's what I've been listening to lately. And it's kind of creepy. He uses his low voice.
Have you guys heard that David Byrne St. Vincent record?
Yeah, dude, it's so weird, but it's cool. It has a lot of good songs on it.
That record is super cool.
I'm not really a huge St. Vincent fan, but the album she came out with after they did that, the self-titled one, is fucking sick. Yes. And again, it's super electronic. I never listened to that kind of music. Yeah. But the songs on that are so thought-provoking and cool, and the music is great. It's all this weird, distorted synthetic horns and just weird sounds, and it grooves so fucking hard, dude. The rhythm on that, you're just yeah, it's fucking great.
Yeah, a lot of talented. I think when I think of David Byrne, that's when I think oh man, all the best musicians are art school kids. I'm a dope for going to music school because I probably would have been a better musician if I went to art school.
Did you read his book?
No.
Oh, dude, it's incredible. It's so good.
I saw Real Stories.
What is that?
Or is it called True Stories? It's
True Stories.
It's a movie he did in the 80s, and it's he goes to a small town, and there's all these characters who live there who are, who's the guy from Roseanne, that great actor who...
Tom Arnold?
Not
John Goodman?
Yes. Goodman. John Goodman is in it. And, there's just all these wacky people, and he brings them together, I
like his hat. I'm seeing all these pictures on it, and he's got a fucking gigantic cowboy hat.
You're right. True Stories. It's True Stories, right?
Yeah. I'm going to watch that right now.
And I think all the music from that is specifically for that, too. I think he, wrote an album's worth for that purpose. But that's as far as I've gotten. I did not read the book.
Yeah, the book's it's just called How Music Works, and it's kind of it's a broad thing. He talks about music from a music point of view, from a business point of view, from a historical point of view. There's the best part is he talks about the history of recording and how that affected the culture of music.
Oh, so
true.
When
recordings first came out, and how as recording technology evolved, music and musicians and how people consume music evolved, and he's really smart. He's a great writer, clearly. So it's a great book. Highly recommend it.
I mean, is that not such a huge piece of what we're looking at in our music landscape right now? I mean, we're totally, you know, still dealing with the fallout of the recent changes in music technology and how people consume music. Still no one knows what's going to happen, and by the time they do, it's going to be completely different again.
The most interesting part of that story is, like, when phonographs very first came out, they had the ability not only to play records, but to record them.
Right.
It was like, you know, there was no amplification. You just, like, sang into the horn, you know?
Right.
And then it played back out of the horn. And it was the exact same concern now. They were like, oh, wow, so, like, people can just make music at home for free, you know? Like, all they need is these little plastic discs that cost nothing, and it's the exact same concerns happening exactly, like, 100 years ago, you know? It's fascinating, like, how time moves in circles, you know?
Yeah, definitely. You know what I think about is, what about the people who have like perfect pitch and like photographic musical memory? Like, are they infringing people's copyrights because everything they hear they remember note for note for the rest of their lives?
I don't think that's really cutting into the profits, you know?
Yeah, I guess so. They're floating around there though.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's 0.001% of the population or whatever getting free music for life.
Yeah. It's like, hey, I want to listen to Hot Blooded by... Okay, there it is. Okay, that was fun.
Like, it's like Data from Star Trek, you know.
I don't have an iPod. I have a brain.
Yeah. Oh.
So the tune that I'm going to go for is I'm going to do Jane by Jefferson Starship. And I am fucking jamming on this song for a while. I think what brought it back into my consciousness was back in August, I think, when the Wet Hot American Summer series came on Netflix. And, of course, that's the theme to the movie and the series.
Yes.
And so, you know, you hear it in the beginning of every episode, and I'm just like, oh, man, this song is so jamming. I just love the attitude. I love the riff. The singing is stratospheric. The solo is so ballsy.
Yes.
And really cool, moody intro. Mickey Thomas's mustache from then. That is a goddamn mustache, bro. That is more mustache than mustache. Yes. And since then, I've just loved playing that riff. It feels so good. You know, it's just so balls.
It's a good song.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's a good call.
Jude Gold is now on tour. Jude Gold, formerly of MI, and a buddy of mine, tours with Jefferson Starship.
The chick who wrote a lot of their songs, she didn't write this one. What's her name? Robin Randall. She wrote a couple of their hit songs. She works at MI too.
Oh, okay. This was Jim Keltner, I think.
It was David Friedberg and Jim McPherson.
David Friedberg.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's going around playing that song and stuff. So, and he has a great podcast, No Guitar Is Safe, where he like interviews like every just amazing guitar player who makes me feel like a horrible human being. So it's one of those things. It's like, oh, cool, there's a new one. Oh, I love that guy. Oh, I don't think I want to listen to it though.
Oh God, just because you'll get crushed, like ego-wise. Yeah.
Oh, completely. Yeah. My fragile ego.
You know, I have a friend who has that problem like really badly. He's a songwriter. It was like in a songwriting vein. He's like, I can't listen to Bob Dylan because it makes me want to kill myself.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's definitely a thing where like you get jealous of good music,
totally.
You know,
there are definitely some things that I'm just like, I don't feel strong enough. You know, like I need to be emotionally like ready.
Well, this is why we do this podcast and talk shit on music.
Yes.
Is so that we can make ourselves feel better.
Because we are petty people.
Yeah, exactly.
Will, thanks so much for coming out. Do you have any plugs coming up?
Yeah, we have a show at Sassafras Saloon in Hollywood on May 26th. I'm not 100% sure of the set time. I think it's at 10. But I've heard that this venue is real good. And also keep your eyes posted on our Bandcamp and Spotify, which is Will and the Won'ts. That's WILLANDTHEWONTS.bandcamp.com. We got some new singles coming out. We're going to try and release a single every month this year.
That's brilliant.
So keep your eyes peeled. All paid for by fucking JP's Bar. and John's Bar.
The Craftsman in Santa Monica.
Yes. It's really good. They just got new burgers that are sick, too, so come eat those.
Yeah, I gotta go there. Next time I'm down there.
Yeah.
I'm totally gonna go there. Have a burger. Say hi. JP?
Let's see, what do I have going on right now? I don't think I have anything to plug right now. I guess maybe we can do it. I'll have to do it later, or have you plug it later.
Yeah,
I think
totally.
Dinosaur Dick will have a show coming up later on, but it's not booked. It's not finalized yet.
And then for the show, facebook.com/TSFnS, where you can find us, say hello. We're on Twitter now at TSFnSucks. And you can find the playlists on both Spotify and on YouTube. The Song Fucking Sucks playlist will be the subject songs. It'll have Hot Blooded on it. And then this Song Fucking Jams, a pleasant alternative. It'll have Black Queen. It'll have David Byrne. It'll have Jefferson Starship. It will be awesome.
Yeah. That's going to be a good playlist.
And then I probably have some shit that I'll plug. Who gives a fuck? Jeff Kalmbach's music. JeffKalmbach.com. Facebook.com/JeffKalmbach's At Jeff Kalmbach. Buy my shit.
Woo, woo, woo.
This is not here. iTunes.
Oh, actually, yeah, Will, you got to hear his record. It's cool.
Yeah? Good
Yeah,
stuff?
you got to make
You got to
fun
hear
of my
Will's
record.
stuff too. You guys got to hear each other's
Okay.
stuff, because I think you'll
One
both
day
like
I'm
each
hoping to
other's
have
stuff.
somebody come on the show to talk shit about my music. That would be awesome.
Oh, that's.
I want to do that,
yeah.
too. I think there's a... Yeah, I think that's totally fair game.
You want to come on and talk shit about my music? Go ahead, man.
No. Like, I want someone to talk shit about mine.
We'll have to find
need
someone
to-
willing.
I need to grow, you know?
So,
Well, I like your music, so I won't be doing that, guys. Sorry.
Oh, come on, Jay.
all right.
I'm
We'll
sure
get
you can
somebody.
find something.
And I think that brings another episode of The Song Fucking Sucks to a close. So for JP and Will and Foreigner, I'm Jeff Kalmbach. Don't let the man get you down. Got a boner!